What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my recap and review of CBS's Big Brother Season 21, Episode number 19. So let's just get into it. This review is late because last night I was supposed to be attending a concert of one of my favorite bands, but Mother Nature had other plans. Let's just say I traveled all the way down to a certain part of my lovely state, stood online to be turned away and told, nope, we're not having the concert because there is an imminent threat of a tornado. Yeah, so by the time I got home, it had to be like maybe 8:30. And rather than give you some rushed review, because last night I was super upset after the concert getting canceled, I decided to wait until today so I could do a better one and go in depth with it and not have to rush through it. And I wrote some pretty cool notes for today, but unfortunately last night's concert was canceled, but we did receive refunds. But I really wanted to see that concert, but it is what it is. I've seen the band like 19 times before that anyway, but I felt bad for all the people who couldn't go see the concert, unfortunately. But there is always at the end of the month, because I got another concert coming up. Thank goodness it doesn't fall on one of the days that Big Brother airs. But next Thursday, August 15th, I will not be home, so I will be doing that review and uploading it on Friday the 16th. So I'll tell you all about that later on, but everything else will be on time next week. So let's get down to this review. Jessica ZHOH and Jack and Jackson are the nominees. I'm all caught up on everything that's happening, so I knew what was coming, but this episode was slightly entertaining to me. It's day 45. Jessica said that she had to get out the two greatest competitors this season. She had to put a nail in the coffin and do something that Cliff could not do during his HOH because he decided to make a deal with the large side of 10,000 alliances. And basically it ended up with neither one being evicted. So this week, regardless of what happens, one of them is going to go, and Jessica really wants Jack to be the one that goes. So Jackson's done with Jack. Their relationship was burnt. His goal is surviving this week and winning veto. Christy still has her power, so she talks about the possibility of her using that power. Jack is bummed. He lost Jackson's trust, and this week, in his eyes, is going to end with Jackson going home. We'll see about that. Jack feels bad about what he did to Jackson. Yeah, by running your mouth and running back to Tommy and Christy and pretty much blowing up your relationship with him and making yourself into a very big target. Really, I think Tommy and Christy want Jack to stay because he is a shield in front of them. And Tommy is staying close to Christy because she is a shield in front of him. Get it, got it, good. All right, Jackson is done with the rest of the six. The other four, Annalise, Jack, Tommy, and Christy. Holly says to us about Jackson that Jackson should have kept his big mouth shut, not told Jack. Yeah. Social media agrees with Holly. I agree with Holly. He should have kept his big mouth shut. But you could also think of it this way and see it as him thinking that he could confide into his friend or confide with his friend. Yeah, that didn't go very well. So Jessica said that these two, Jack and Jackson, are two different alphas, and I believe she's talking to Holly. She said that Jackson is the aggressive gentleman alpha, and Jack is the mansplaining, everything I say is right, my way or the highway, won't let you talk type alpha. And basically Jessica wants Jack to go. Now the fear is, and I think it was Kat who said that, for Jack to win the veto and then for Christy to use her power. Between you and me, I wasn't sure, because I heard on social media that Christy was thinking about using her power, but I still wasn't sure about that. I told somebody on Twitter, you know, I'll believe it when I see it, because she says a lot of stuff. When it comes down to it, I will believe it when I see it. Jessica said, listen, as HOH, I'm not going to play it safe. I'm going to do what I have to do. The last thing I'm going to do is get rid of a pawn instead of somebody who is a huge target or a huge alpha in the game. So Jack believes wholeheartedly that he will win veto. He said that he could win it and possibly stay up on the block. That dude was too overconfident. According to the feeds, I think it was around like 6 o'clock, because I was watching the feeds before this episode aired, or I watched this episode. He was slowly but surely coming back to reality, and it was pathetic. It really was. And I'm not saying that because I'm not too keen on Jack. I'm saying it was pathetic to see how he was coming back to reality, and he was angry at people and calling people liars and manipulators. And I'm just like, dude, this is Big Brother. Mike Boogie said it best. You can bounce a check in Big Brother. I was going to say cash. You can bounce a check in Big Brother. So Nick, Kat, Christy, and Nicole and Jessica are all talking, and they all know that Jessica wants to keep the nominations the same if one of them wins veto. Nick says to us that he is playing both sides, and he tells each side what they want to hear. Nick is a dangerous player. Tommy's dangerous, but Nick is just as dangerous, if not even more, a bit more dangerous. And then I started singing that Dangerous song by Joy Wave. I think I put a note in here like I was going to sing it. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, he is very dangerous. So then it's time to pick the veto players. And Jessica got house guest choice. She chose Kat. Jack got house guest choice. He chose Tommy. Jackson chose Nick. So, in my opinion, and I could be wrong, but it seemed like all three of the extra players kind of threw the competition. I'm just saying. I know their diary room sessions were saying something different, but in all honesty, it looked like they threw the comp to me. Christy is upset, and she says she can't have Jackson in the house because Jackson wants her out, obviously. And Christy thinks that she can change Jessica's mind by threatening to use her power if Jack wins veto. That went well. No, it didn't. And I knew it wouldn't. Holly is talking to Jackson, and she kind of tells Jackson, listen, keep it between the two of us, but Jessica's target is possibly Jack. And if Jack wins the veto, this is what Jackson said, then Jackson is a goner, obviously. Jackson's game depends upon him winning the veto this week. And you know how that went. So we got to the veto competition. It was Area 21, the Galaxy competition. So they had like a couple of rounds. And in the first round, Nick got 18 points, Tommy got 4 points, Kat got 2 points, Jessica 12 points, Jack 21 points, and Jackson 12 points, and Kat was eliminated, and she snatched up the helmet with the golden power veto. Well, in round 2, Tommy got 15 points, Jess got 10 points, Jack landed on the same thing he landed on previously, and that automatically had become 0 because it was the highest number that anybody landed on during that round. So he was eliminated. Jackson got 18 points and Nick got 5 points. Now Jack was eliminated. He got a trip to Hawaii and he traded it for the veto. He traded Kat for that. Ooh, I don't know how this thing bent down, but it did. This thing has a mind of its own. But anyway, we got to round 3 and Jessica won 4 points. Jackson got the same, so they were tied. Nick got 5 points. Tommy got 1 point. He was eliminated, and he won the Angry Alien prize, and he traded that for the veto from Jack, and Jack was feeling good, like, ooh, Tommy got the veto. Well, round 3 consisted of Jackson getting eliminated, Nick getting 15 points, and Jessica getting 10 points. Now, Jackson, his prize was the BB Explorer, and through that he'd be sent on missions, but he traded it for the veto, and he traded it from Tommy. Now, Tommy didn't have to trade it, but he traded it. I guess Tommy didn't want to have, he didn't want to have that blood on his hands, because, you know, he could have traded it. Essentially, he could have kept the veto the entire time, used it, possibly put Nicole or somebody up, got them out, but then he'd have blood on his hands. And you see how Tommy's playing this game. Tommy doesn't want to get blood on his hands. I didn't believe his diary room session, to be honest. He never seems to want to get blood on his hands, in my opinion. So then we got to the final round where it was Jessica versus Nick. Nick got 17 points. Jessica got 28 points. Nick's prize was second place. He got $5,000 and he kept it. I figured he would. You take that money. If they're giving you money, take it. Well, Jessica won the veto. Well, she won the competition, actually. And then she got the Area 21 prize where she'd become an alien doctor, but she switched that with, I believe it was Jackson. Yeah, she switched it with Jackson, and she got the veto. And let's just say that the 6 shooters minus Holly and Jackson were highly upset about that. I'm sure Jackson was upset, but I'm talking about those 4. They were all upset about that. Christy's power is dead. Another waste of power. Jack does not deserve to go home, says Christy. And Jack is sad. I'm like, dude, this is Big Brother. The pendulum of power switches. Swings back and forth and back and forth. Sometimes people have power one week. Sometimes another group has power. This is Big Brother. Happens all the time. And Jack is not special. Many a powerful player has been eliminated from a veto competition and has been evicted and either sent home or sent to the jury. That's the way the game goes. Jack is not a king or prince. It is what it is. And it's hard for me at times to separate my feelings about Jack and his gameplay, but right now Jack is getting what I like to call Big Brother karma. Some serious karma. So Jackson feels like he is on no man's island. Jessica pulled a Chilltown call, like, the jury is waiting for you, she was saying to Jack in her diary room session. Jess said, listen, I'm trying to even the playing field. And she's right, because for a while it seemed like that other side of the house had all the power and the outsiders were kind of floundering. Well, now the power has shifted, and I hope it remains this way for a bit. Jack, as Jessica says, is only loyal to 3 people, and he's gunning for everybody else. Jessica is correct. Kat is worried, and she mentioned something about Nick going to evict, or Nick is going to evict Jackson. And Jessica's like, hold up. So Nick is going to evict Jackson, so Nick is a snake. It's about time somebody caught on to his slithering, because he's been slithering all season, because Bella was the rat and he is the snake. So Christy doesn't think Jack deserves this. Jackson is messy and he's causing drama. Welcome to Big Brother, sweetie. If you're supposed to be a super fan, you should know this is how people play the game. I've said this in the previous reviews that I've done. I mean, what else do you want me to say? People say a lot of stuff so that they can win this money, but they want the money. It is what it is. They'll do what they can to get it. Chrissy is so mad because Kat is on the fence. Again, this is Big Brother. Nobody has to save anybody if they don't want to. It's that person's fault for getting nominated. It just is what it is. You can't get mad at that person for nominating you because of something that you did. Exclude what Kimmy went through, because that was a completely different situation. But if it's something that you did, yeah. So anyway, Jackson overheard Nick, Jack, Christy, and Tommy having a conversation. He took that information straight to Jessica. He basically tells her to be wary of what they are doing. Basically, Nick said, don't say anything after the veto, because then Jessica will take Jackson off and she will put one of you guys up. So basically Jessica realizes that Nick is revealed to be playing both sides. And Jessica's like, listen, I could do it. I could take Jackson down and put up Nick. And if she had done that, it would be Nick's fault, but I'm glad she did what she did. Now, Tommy's punishment got its own segment, and it was really irritating, as if he needed to be any more irritating this season. Honestly, he traveled at the speed of light and smell and sound. I was just like, end this and get to the veto meeting. So the veto meeting started off with Tommy traveling at the speed of smell, and I'm just like, really, Big Brother? Like, y'all are so shady. But anyway, Jessica decided not to use the power of veto. She said it's been one hell of a week and she has all the power, and the cherry on top would be Jack's eviction. It would be the cherry on top for everybody else watching Big Brother, to be completely honest. Because 99.5% of us are done with Jack. It'd be nice to see him get what he deserves. Karma to come for him, because he has thought that he was a god of this game, and he's not. That's not how Big Brother works. So Christy's sad because she's powerless, but there's a few more days and she'll fight to save Jack. Good luck with that. Jack cried. He tried to be loyal and trustworthy, and he also evicted somebody because they didn't like his food. That's not very trustworthy, especially when you yelled at the girl for putting her shaker bottle in the refrigerator. Like, where else was that thing going to go? Like, he was petty and personal, and it's all come back to bite him in the butt. Again, that's Big Brother for you. And Jackson said that he will try to stay because he has, or he was saying Jack has more enemies. Jackson feels like he might be safe, and he really wants Jack to go. It is what it is. Again, it's a game. It's nothing personal. But Jack made it personal, so whatever happens to him this week, it's his fault. He made it personal. The game is not supposed to be personal. People are supposed to play it, evict people based on gameplay and gameplay only, and that's it. But that has not been the prescription, the method of these past couple seasons, and Jack has proven that. So hopefully in the future when people play Big Brother, they play it and take the personal stuff out and do it strictly gameplay. And it would make it a better game. And I've been enjoying Jessica's HOH, and I hope that another person, like maybe Cliff or even Nicole, wins HOH, or even Kat wins HOH, so that it'll be even more interesting, because I'm tired of the other side winning because they just keep doing the same stuff over and over again. But anyway, guys, thank you for being so patient. I'm going to upload it. It's now 7:46. I'll have this uploaded probably before the episode airs or probably during. But anyway, thank you guys for being patient, and I will definitely have tonight's review up on time. So until tonight, later, guys. See you in about an hour or two. Bye, guys. Love you all. Bye.